Narny, baby. Delicious. Underrated character? Falcon and Link. I think both these characters are being slept on so hard. Triple weak back air into up B? Delicious. I don't think there even is a tier list right now, and anyone who tells you otherwise is just messing around, honestly. Like, it can be good to do that kind of stuff, can be for fun, I guess, but there's no such thing as a meaningful tier list yet, so. Bye! Nice knowing you, buddy! I love doing that to people so much. There we go. I'm starting to figure things out. Wow, that's a true combo. Alright. Understandable. Okay, I wasn't expecting you to go for what is perhaps a suicide forward air. Seems good. Alright. K. Rool doesn't bother me in the slightest, honestly, Freddy Krueger. I see K. Rool as being kind of like the ultimate noob killer. Or, if you don't know what he does, he can be really annoying to deal with, but once you understand his moves, nothing about that character upsets me, honestly. Do you think Snake is pretty OP? To be honest, I don't think, Snake doesn't seem OP at all to me. He does seem like a very good character, though. It's kind of a similar thing with K. Rool, except I think Snake is better overall, where it can be difficult to deal with if you don't necessarily have that experience, which a lot of people who didn't play Brawl won't. But in my case, even though I don't have that Brawl experience, I still figured it out pretty quickly. Yeah, I completely agree, Taco Guy. I don't really think of anyone in this game as being particularly silly, overpowered, or anything. I just see a lot of very good characters who have lots of counterplay to them. Although I do think Chrom is perhaps the silliest of all the characters that are good right now. Also, another cool thing about Chrom you might not have known is that he doesn't really have a hitbox on the way up with his ether, so you can literally just F-tilt him. Or, I did it badly, but give me a sec. Let me try that again. Like, you can very realistically just beat that out by doing it something like that. Like, see? What do I think about people only playing top tier characters? I mean, if you play to win, can't really fault someone for that. I do think it's kind of silly when people act like they're not playing to win, but they so definitely are. Just admit it. Nothing wrong with that. Falcon's most disrespectful combo? Probably some variation of just going about your normal business, and then you just like get a combo into knee, and then offstage Falcon punch them or whatever. Double Panda? Right now, I'm figuring that a lot of his best options are going to be variations of falling off with back air, going off stage with weak knee, and using those while staying near to the stage, so if necessary you can turn around and reverse up B like this. I'm messing it up, but you're probably starting to see what I'm going for here. where there will be situations where you're comboing them into something, and in situations where you'd be worrying about just spiking them into the ground, you can potentially just hit them off stage and then they die now. Is Falcon Punch more viable? Oh, 100%, Brian. Like, take a gander at this. That's a dead Chrom. At 13. Whereas before, Falcon Punch was a joke. I mean, it's still a bad move, let's be real. But at the very least, if you, like, break someone's shield, you can just run them up to the... You can run them up to the ledge. Like, suppose I break Chrom's shield here, I can just... And then he's dead. And obviously, since he's at 17, you're not going to be able to confirm any other way of killing. So with these low percents, like 10 to 20-ish, 30-ish or whatever, you can just break someone's shield, do that, bam. They buffed it to where at least it's good for that, so that's something. I completely agree, Freddy Krueger. Something I've been messing around with has been like, I feel like being able to do run-up, downward angled F-tilt, and to like Raptor Boost seems like a very solid mix-up. Because if they don't tech it, they get hit. If they do tech it, then you hit them. If they tech away, you hit them. It covers literally every option except for tech inwards, which you can just mix it up between Raptor Boost, and if they tech inwards, you can do like down air into F smash, down air into knee, you know, imagination. So I feel like, optimally speaking, you're just going to want to switch between those two modes of thought, where you do run-up, downward angled F-tilt, and then you either Raptor Boost, or you just read them rolling in and down air. Single hit narrative air is pretty yummy at high percents. I agree, Beetle. Like, in a lot of higher percents where you're not necessarily confident that you'll be able to knee or down air them anymore because maybe they're a little bit higher than that threshold. From there, it's a little easier to just go for back air, or something I've been really getting some fondness for is single hit nair into up B. Dirty Rod, if you're looking to practice stuff for learning cap, I would recommend trying to do a lot of falling, single hit nair into nair follow-ups, single hit nair into up air, single hit nair into knee, stuff like that. And otherwise, I would get your grab follow-ups on Falcon down. I would get focus on getting good at doing a running jab and running F-tilt and neutral, as both are very important to him in this game. And don't be afraid to Raptor Boost a lot. Raptor Boost in neutral is actually one of Falcon's best tools in this game, I think. Something I've come to realize is that Pikachu's combo game, past like that initial burst where you take like 40 damage, doesn't actually seem that great. So I think people who are worrying about Pikachu combos, I mean, obviously that first combo where you get grabbed and then you take like 40 or 50 really hurts a lot. But it doesn't really seem like Pikachu has a meaningful way to like string that much damage on you afterwards. You kind of just get hit by that one thing and then you're kind of just going to get nickel and dimed from that point on. Which doesn't really bother me for the most part. Snake looks like he doesn't necessarily have big combos, but instead he just has like a few different really meaty things that he can do at almost every percent. There we go. My Bowser's starting to get there, guys. I'm starting to figure out neutral just a little bit. I'm not too fond of Falcon and Link on smaller stages, Grace and Glory, and I also like the idea of going Bowser against Cloud, who I think is kind of an annoying matchup for Falcon and Link. I also like the idea of using Bowser against a few others as well, but I feel like Bowser would be a secondary, whereas like Falcon and Link are mains. I'm not going to use Bowser that much. Not really planning on that. I do like the idea of using him for a few matchups and sometimes small stage counter picks. Wow, that's a big boy. Guess what? You're dead now, though. I know, Lou. Isn't that just wild to think about? But I was talking to a lot of the Cloud players, and they're really thinking that that's the case. There we go. Is Bowser mid-tier? Game hasn't even been out for 2 weeks. We don't know any tier list stuff right now. There is no such thing as a respectable tier list. There are just varying levels of less bad. Also, hey Rango, welcome to the stream. As a whole, I'm loving this game. I think Ultimate is an incredibly well-designed game across the board. I think the inherent mechanics are just so much more balanced than Smash 4 that... Like, if you had to compare the general cheese level of this game versus Smash 4, I feel like Smash 4's cheese level is like... Or like, Ultimate's cheese level is like, kinda low. Not really that much of it. And then Smash 4 is just like... off into the skies. Thank you, Naugus, by the way, for cheering with 100 bits. When and how did you decide playing Smash competitively as a full-time job? I guess I didn't really think of it as being that much of a job at first, but I'd say I've wanted to do Smash as a job for almost a decade now, but I really only got to play competitively like a year before Smash 4 came out. So I've been around for like 5.5 years competitively, consistently. And yeah, the heavies in general just are a lot more interesting in this game. In previous Smash games, or especially Smash 4, the heavies are basically grab, and that was it. The rest of their moves are bad. They just grabbed you and comboed you off of it. And now they have actual neutral game options, actual depth, and all these other things. Yeah, I think Falcon Kick actually has a surprisingly high amount of use. The fact that it has a less startup means that it's actually a respectable neutral option as well. You don't want to use it much, but it's definitely something worth using. Almost! Hey, it was gonna work eventually, right, Freddy Krueger? Troy D, we actually have pretty decent fall-offs off of grabs too, it's just they're very tight. So you have to master it.
Now return to your original position.
I'm telling you, Link is nasty in this game. Also, thank you, Nico, for following the stream. Hope life is treating you well today, buddy.